I've got to say huge congratulations, because I think of all the categories, actually this is hotly contested at the moment. I mean, there's fierce investment for new startups, and there's old traditional agencies that kind of have a hold, and I know even some Hollywood talent agencies are coming into this space right now. So what do you think kind of distinguishes you from all the competition out there?
Well, the first thing is that we're wholly, completely independently owned, so that, that definitely sets us apart from the people that are getting acquired. But, ultimately, we're here for the same reason. We all came to esports because we care about it. We think it's the future. We left posh jobs in corporate defense and different areas of legal practice to come and work in esports. And ultimately, we're here because we believe in it. It's the same reason I've been here since 2002. Graduated law school in 2014. So it's been a long grind, but we're here because we ultimately we believe in this industry.
And I mean, helping talent involves so many different things right now at the moment. What would you say is the biggest challenge that individuals are facing in the industry?
So there's several challenges. The first is a regional challenge. So in North America, the customary player rights are a little bit more player friendly than maybe elsewhere, like in Korea or in Europe. Specifically, and so the biggest challenge is to, of course, bring those player rights up to speed, have them globally at a similar level where we can take them and apply them regionally in a way that makes sense. The second big hurdle is making sure that we can provide it to our consumers in a way that is easily digestible. And so we see esports like Fortnite and Rocket League, to a certain extent Counter-Strike, be able to portray this easy win-loss system in ways that other games seem to struggle a little bit. And so I think the second biggest hurdle is finding a way for games, whatever the game type is, to connect with your average consumer. Because what we found is that every single person that's younger than me, which is younger than 30, that they get video games, they understand them, they're directed toward understanding certain esports competitions, or understanding different ways Epic, a developer, rolls out a game. And so the second hurdle is making sure those guys understand how to either get to the professional echelon or make sure that they understand how to stay a valuable piece of the ecosystem. And I think Fortnite has figured out a great way to do that.
And how do you find, what's the best way you found so far to discover the upcoming talent? Because perhaps you could find someone in the UK doing really amazingly right now on stream content, perhaps even going pro. But how do you get that person from a windy, rainy city in the north of the UK onto the world stage as that talent icon?
Yeah, I think that's really it. You're saying all the content opportunities here that talent has to sort of make themselves known, and that's sort of I think the best way for talent to sort of get out there is by broadcasting their screens, or by broadcasting sort of what they're working on, and start as soon as you start to get picked up by a few different other people from the Twitch community, for example, or a few other players. Maybe you're on Reddit posting clips. We have scouts, Chris especially, has been the director of esports. He has been on top of every single form of social media, sort of trying to find out who are the best players across every single title that we're active in. And then, whenever a player decides to sort of make sure that they'll pull their highlights together and make sure that they're publicly available, and that they're actually using proper tags and making sure they're mentioning the right people to sort of get themselves out there, that's when we can find real talent. The ones who are taking an effort to advance their career. And the moment that we see that, we have an opportunity to actually work with them, start watching them, and see what they're up to.
In terms of adding value to these individuals, because they might be amazing at the game, but they don't know how to market themselves. What's the most common flaw maybe in some of these guys that they're missing a piece of the puzzle before they can get discovered and get huge?
The missing piece of the puzzle is always going to be, it's not necessarily a missing piece of the puzzle, but it's always going to be the personality, the superstardom that they sell, right? We have guys that are superstar players, they have good streams, they have nice concurrent followings, but they need to push themselves as the next big superstar that's going to bridge the gap between ordinary consumers and esports consumers. numbers. And I think that this is the first year that we had people like Ninja. We had several guys at our agency like Cypher and different guys like that could actually reach that echelon and bridge that gap. And most importantly, what we're seeing with Rocket League and Fortnite and Overwatch to a certain extent is the ability for guys to come up from basically nothing.
Yeah.
And make an impression with the numbers, the qualitative or the quantitative, and then ultimately to catch our eyes with the qualitative or the quantitative stuff, where we can go in and look how qualitative are they? Are they making the right decisions? Are they picking the right heroes? Whether it's LCS or OWL. Are they dropping the right spot? Are they coordinating with their guys? How are they sharing health packs with Fortnite? There's a lot of different qualitative elements that go into it. But ultimately, if you're a random player, you come to us and you say, hey, here's my stats. I'm 20-1 in solo play, and we're like, wow, that's ridiculous. Because if you're over 5-1, that's crazy. And we look at it and you're like, wow, you're also making the right decisions, you have a decent stream, you're funny, you're good looking, all the different criteria that could actually help someone become big in a traditional Twitch sense and also a traditional entertainment sense.
In terms of changing landscapes, so you mentioned games like Fortnite, where at the very beginning there was the opportunity for individuals to rise up. It was no man's land. Anyone could become a star. Teams are starting to creep into this game as it becomes more traditional esport. What challenges is that going to bring for you as a talent agency?
I think it's more opportunities, to be honest. Whenever we have team interest, we have the opportunity here to develop an actual relationship with them and have them develop talent as well. We obviously want to propel talent as much as possible, as far as possible, but when there are teams in there as well that are active, that are investing into the talent, that are getting facilities out there for them to train and other resources being provided for the talent, that's when the talent's going to excel. So, when teams are getting involved, that's great for us. We love to see more teams get involved in Fortnite, and I know it's a game that is different from what we've seen so far in the world of esports, but it is a fantastic game for orgs to get into, and we definitely want to see more.
And who would you say is, for both of you, the most exciting person that you signed into agency and you just couldn't believe, you got him?
I don't think we can pick favorites. I think we every time we see a talent and we sign a talent, we really believe in them, and it is something that continues throughout the relationship. I don't think we've ever had any talents that have just been a random signature, just for no reason. It's really, we always have a reason. We always see something in talent, and it's always a passion project.
Great answer. All right, thanks a lot, guys, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Appreciate it, buddy.